Hello and welcome back to Factorio. We've just had a round of artillery shell range complete, so let's look at the glorious danger on the map. Oh, isn't that a beautiful sight? All those shells disappearing off into the distance, exploring things, discovering new places, making new friends. Off it goes. Pretty good. That should give us enough room to start expanding our factory, because clearly our factory needs expanding. You can tell just by looking at it that it needs quite a vigorous expand. So, things that are going to happen because of this. We're going to get lots of incoming bugs. And those bugs are going to hit our perimeter defences or our far defences. And they're not very good, to be honest. They were just there to hit expansion parties. You can see the lasers just can't really kill these big snappers. Sorry, not sorry. So, the artillery is going off here. I think some of the artillery turrets are capped to just a couple of shells. So that will trickle in over the next half hour, really, as individual shells get sent out to the artillery turrets and they then launch their attacks. We will have then to do a bit of a... Whoa, there... Okay, I may need to actually go have a look at that. Maybe this needs some babysitting, because I might have defences which are a bit porous here. These defences were designed for when we... Where did they go? Maybe they did get dead. Bit worrying. Oh well, I'll trust the repair bots, I guess. Let's look down at the map again. Are there any other worrying red flashes? No, not really. I think our perimeter has held. We've got a warning here that something... that's just a pickup request. We have some weird things on the map. So over here we have a teleporter, and that's not one I placed down. So I don't know if it's connected to any other teleporter network. Okay, so I'm going to put down a tag for random teleporter network there. Do we not have... did I not put a tag down? Okay, random teleporter. Then I've noticed a blue thing here that I don't know what that is. So I'm going to add a tag called blue thing. There. Then I noticed another weirdness. Over here somewhere. Where is it? That's a bit of oil. That's not it. There's another blue thing. Now, it might be that the blue things are alien flowers. But what I'm really hoping for is another functional alien beacon. Alright, so that's oil. But there was something else around here that I... here. Green thing. There. Alright. And I don't think I spotted any others. Yeah. The other things are minables. So this will get explored out by our shells as our shells do their shelling things. But I think we now have enough space cleared here that if we wanted to, we could put down our next city block. Our next mini city. So that's probably something I'm going to stamp. In fact, now that we have a super fast spider, let's take the spider up, and I'm going to start mapping out this east city, because this was going to be our rocket city, but it looks like it's going to become a nuclear fusion city. Speaking of which, we should probably just check in on this. Is this This is backed up on lead, so that's fine. We're just not using up the lead. And are these running at full speed? They are running. I'm not sure they're running... output full, so these are not running at full capacity. And we're only doing about 6 of 10 gigawatts. So that I think is fine. But at some point we will need to duplicate this module several times to be able to use up all the power we are generating. Anyway, let's have a look here. So, I'm going to take the Trees and Rocks deconstruction planner and I'm going to blacklist it. This is quite a good trick. So this would normally delete anything that was a tree or a rock, but because I blacklisted rather than whitelisted, it will now delete anything that's not a tree or a rock, which in this case is the rail that we want rid of. There we are. So that's a neat way to get rid of things without deleting trees. And as you know, in this playthrough right now, we're not that keen on deleting trees. Let's just walk up here a second. Yeah, so we didn't have any bugs there. They're hiding out on the edge of our turret range. Alright, so I can bring that back and then we can stamp the 3x3 city. Alright. And then what I'd really like to do this time is see if we can put down the rail before we put down the city block pattern. And the reason for that is the rail can't go down if we've placed our city block and happen to put either a well, basically if we've put anything in its way, whatever that thing may be. So sometimes roboports get in the way, sometimes it's other things. So if we just stamp down what we can of the rail first, then when we put down our city block skeleton, that's going to hopefully keep things fine. Okay. We're taking our life in our hands a little. We're going to lose some personal bots probably. Okay, so that's all done. I'm just going to keep the spider slightly away so that if things get hit, they at least don't take out the spider. Okay. I probably should have removed all the repair packs from the bot as well. Okay, looks like we're out of supplies. So back to here. And then I think we can start with the landfill block. So that's just going to go over here. So it's this square I want to claim, first of all, along with that. Okay, so the spider is fueling, being supplied. Is anything on its way? No, I think that's pretty much it. Okay. I don't really want the spider to place roboports. Good. And I think stations don't ever clash with the city blocks, just because of the geometry of the city blocks. But these junctions can. Whoa! My spider got a nuke in the face. It was the edge of a nuke, so probably all good, yeah? Probably all good. It's particularly these junctions I need to make sure we set out. We're getting 100 odd warnings. That's fine. Okay. I think we can live with that. I'll leave that. I remember there being a problem with this corner before. Good. Now it seems like the spider bots send out bots to do jobs whenever the spider stops or changes direction. So that's quite handy. Okay, that was a bit exciting, even by my tastes. We're going to lose some construction bots, I think. So we've had a load of bottlenecks that I've been chasing. The more interesting ones. We ran out of the higher tier... Whoa! We ran out of the higher tier... Let's bring you back. The higher tier engines. I don't know if they've come back now. Let's see if we can find where they're made. They're made here. Yeah, we ran out of these. See, we're down to almost none. And that's really holding up our factory. This is out of lubricant. So, lubricant is one of those things where we dedicated a build. And it's an extremely old build looking at it, isn't it? Okay, so this may explain why we have issues. So this lubricant is empty. Do we have another lubricant? This one. This is empty. And then I'm sure we had a third lubricant build somewhere. Can't see it. Okay. So I think we need to add to the tasks. Beaconed lubricant. The other thing I noticed was we were running low on ceramic, so we need a beaconed ceramic build. That's all going to happen in the main factory. So let's go back to this building. Go this way, may as well. And I guess while this... Yeah, I kind of feel like I should be babysitting this myself. So at this stage, the factory sort of alternates between make work like this and fighting, or at least thinking you're fighting, running around, chasing after bugs, and finding bottlenecks that have no business being bottlenecky, and things you've fixed bottlenecks of before but didn't, and infrastructure plans. And then a very small part of it is the new builds. And it's the new builds which I personally really enjoy and like showing you on video. So that's how it is. Never mind. It's all fun in love and war, I guess. So let's get this down. I think it's quite likely we won't get any bug interest in this area. Let's just check. Yeah, there's no pollution out here. So the bugs aren't going to be sucked in by the pollution cloud. Sorry, didn't mean to come out of map view. Okay. But what I can start doing is picking up my blank Okay, starting to put this down. Okay, that'll be enough to get on with for a few minutes. Then let's carry this walk around. Good. And then this must be out of materials. I don't know why I didn't bring it back in between. Yeah, so as I was saying, we can probably build this and not really have a lot of problems with bugs, at least until we get up towards this corner. And then we may be able to sort that by putting some turrets in the middle of the water. In fact, let's do that now. So let's take the full landfill. Okay. And put it down there. Then let's take the, so that was there. If we go 2 over. Okay, hopefully that will get built out. So my idea is that we will end up with a single chunk out here that has landfill in. And that we can then put a couple of artillery on there. And because they're in the water, the bugs won't be able to get to it. So I think that might be the way forward. We have a couple of bugs which have just wandered in. Not a problem. Mr. Spider can just go say hello. Mr. Spider has said hello. Okay. And then after this has happened, I'm going to go around with poison capsules and I'm going to clear all the trees. It'll cost us a few roboports, but that's not really the big issue. Are we out of... No, we're just out of build orders. Good. All right. Sometimes the build orders lag, particularly on a big map, particularly when you're doing jobs like paving. It just takes a few cycles for the game to realise that you have some things that can be built near where you are. Okay. That was a little bit too exciting. So now it's trying to fix everything with repair packs, which is fine, but I'd rather it just built the rail, so I'd rather it didn't have repair packs. On the other hand, it self-repairs while it's being nuked, which is good. Yeah, so what else? We've got a drought of ceramic. We've got a drought of lubricant. And I think both of those are slowing our speed module production. Let's have a look. Are the belts all full? Yes, they are all full. But we were... Yeah, ceramic is slowing this down because we don't have enough ceramic to keep this machine going. And I didn't want to just duplicate our old ceramic build because it's like 10 times too small. So that will have to happen. Are we out of rail? Okay, so I think I need to up this. Can I make that 2,000? Yeah, it seems like it doesn't do very much work before it needs refilling. I know that making an entire module isn't really what it's designed for, but still. Yeah, there aren't many trees, to be honest. So let's just delete them. What's the worst that can happen, right? Right, so I cleared out an area over here to start looking at ceramic. Because ceramic, if we look at the other ceramic builds, requires a lot of sand, well, crushed stone. So what I was thinking was, we already have a crushed stone beaconed build here. So I can just grab this, I think. And I think I can put that there. And then that is our crushed stone build, which I think's neat. I hope you do. So the other part of the ceramic build, if we look, is this type of thing. So this needs steam. Steam and crushed stone, I believe. That's it, isn't it? Let's double check. Yeah, it's just steam and crushed stone. So as long as we can make the steam in the quantity, I think we can make a beacon build of this. Now, I'm not quite sure the right way to make steam at volume. We might have an electric steam maker now. I am not really sure, to be honest. I guess we will find out. Alright, so... Okay. This moves too quickly now, doesn't it? Yeah, it moves too quickly for the robots to be able to do any jobs. Okay, so I need a kind of a fast mode and a slow mode on the spider. Let's sit it there for a minute. Alright. And I need me to go slow. And I need this. That. Okay. And that's as far out as the assembler can go and still be in range of the beacons. So this is ceramic. I wish there was a way to just hide all the barrel things. They get a bit annoying, to be honest. Ceramic. Okay, so this just requires sand and steam. Alright. So, I've got no idea what speed this would go at. However, I do know what speed this goes at. Whoops. I meant to use the rate calculator. Okay, so this produces 7,900 sand, which seems ridiculous. Okay, and this takes 2 sand and 15 steam to make 1 ceramic. So this should make nearly 4,000 ceramic. Okay. How are we doing for speed modules? Not really there yet. We are getting there. I can probably... Can I take out the modules from here and still get the speed I need? Quite possibly. Alright, what we're going to do is build it. And then we're going to work out later if it's a sensible build. Alright, so that's not going to work. Can I move all of this up one tile? Because I want to see if I can fit this in there. Okay. So this would be the densest I could make the build. We're going to have to do something with pipes, clearly, because, you know, pipes. But I think that's not beyond our capacities as thinking humans. So we could do something like that, and then this only gives us 1 inserter for this. We would need to get both belts. So we need an input belt of sand, but we also need an output belt of ceramic. Now we could do a half and half. So we could do that. That would be fine. We just need to make sure that the ceramic was on the correct side of the belt if we did that. Okay. The difficulty is what we do with the outside build, because clearly we can't do the same thing because the undergrounds clash. And this really is as far out. I can't win another tile here. Okay, and we can't put the pipes to the opposite side. We will hit the same issue anyway. So I may have to lose an assembling machine here or there. Or we'll have to come up with something more clever. Okay, I'm just thinking here. Not really my strongest suit, but we'll go for it. Okay, so let's say this was an underground. Okay, does this work? It does. So as long as we use half and half belts for the blue. So let's pick up that. Copy this and flip and see if it fits the other half. I think it does. Yep. Okay, let's have a look on the map, how we're doing. I'm determined to multitask. Okay. So we're going to need to do some landfilling. And did I manage to put... Yeah, I did. I managed to... see how close we can get to the edge. Because if we can landfill in this bit, that's enough. That's enough to get this started. Yeah, so this will now build. Brilliant. Okay, so... up we go. There are other filling issues, I'm sure you've noticed. But, so the rail book itself, all the individual pieces of rail, like the straight rail, they are all sat on landfill. So you can stamp them down twice, once to put the landfill, once to put the rail. But but these big city rings don't have landfill. So those have to be dealt with a bit carefully, to be honest. All right, let's check the speed on this and see if it's completely overbuilt. So obviously we don't have all the modules yet. So this requires 4,000 sand, and we can supply 2,000. So then I guess the question is, do we double the sand or do we halve the build? I think this build doesn't cost us much, right? Because the machines are relatively cheap compared to the beacons. Well, compared to the modules. The modules are very expensive. I could put one of these builds upside down above it, and we could feed some of them in from the top and some from the bottom. Not really warming to that idea. I'm not... meh, not that keen. Okay, so I think we'll keep the full build, but I'm going to move it somewhere that has 3... Maybe somewhere like here where we have 3 in a row. Alright. Alright, so I'm going to take a copy of this. Good. Then I'm going to delete it. Very nice. We'll have lost a bit of nitrogen, but that gets literally sucked out the air, so it's not a big problem. Okay, and let's find a place that has 3 modules back to back. Okay, so we've got an area here that's got 3 back to back. I'm going to clear it of trees, which may or may not end up with some exciting pyrotechnics. Okay. Is that... No, it's not everything. Good. And then I think we have one more here. Yes, so we just need to restamp the modules. I need to stamp the right module, don't I? Production. That's it. And then I need to restamp the brick module. Here, here, here. Awesome. So that will get built. And then this can be built. And I have some of the materials in my pocket, which will help. Don't want the gold. Okay, back to the map. This all feels a bit disjointed. Spider. Spider's out of materials, so back he comes. In that case, I'm going to take this module. And put it down. We need one there. Good. That's some more jobs for the bots. Then what I think I can do is take this, put it here, and then can I reverse the belts? So that we are basically doing this. And that. Okay, so that's now feeding downwards. Good. Turn my legs off. So we have one lot of sand coming up. Good. So. That should work. So it's putting the sand on the inside of the belt, which will then load into the ceramic, and then it's putting the sand on the outside of the belt. What we haven't done is the steam generation. I don't know how much steam we need for this, so let's have a quick look. 31k of steam. I don't think that's a big problem, but we'll have to have a look. All right, so this is the outside one. What? Sorry, down, in, and down. Okay. So there's obviously a bit of a problem here that we are sending materials upwards through one set of machines and down through the other. So we have ceramic coming out at the top and the bottom of the build, and we only want it in one place, right? We only want it at the top. We want all the ceramic to end up here. So we need to get the ceramic back up there. And I guess there's two routes it could go. I could join this ceramic with this belt, or can I reach a belt through the middle? Can I reach a belt through the middle if I use a purple belt? I don't know how far they jump. Where do we have purple belt? Ah, we have some purple belt in the card build. Here we go. Yes, so that works. So, using purple for length. That's pretty cool. So that will work. So then the issue here is that we need to only load the ceramic. Can these have filters on them? No. That's a shame. I wish these loaders had filters. What I can do is take it back one tile, and we can do it the old-fashioned way with a filter splitter. So this is going to be filtering for ceramic, which is hiding again there. And obviously it's the other way here. Okay, and then I want to do the same thing here and here. Good. Okay, so that's the outputs. So the only thing remaining is powering up. Lots and lots and lots of stack inserters. Let's undo this one as well. Good. And steam. So if I had one, let's find out what the options are for steam. I'm tempted to make the steam with nuclear power, but that's ridiculous. Okay, so what kind of boilers do we have? We have the boiler from solid fuel, boiler from liquid, burner heater. What does this do? I think it just warms fluids, doesn't it? It doesn't steam them. Okay, fluid boiler. So I think that's what I want to use. Let's have a look at the old ceramic build, because I think we use a fluid boiler there. Okay. And then we have a power issue. That doesn't quite fit, does it? That does. Okay. Okay, that means we need a couple of undergrounds just to get around these, but that's not a big problem. Okay, so this produces 3,600 steam. And this requires a lot more. Okay. So let's do it against half the build. It reckons it needs 24 of these running full time to provide the steam. Okay. That's an interesting one. So what is this? It's obviously an old build that we're not using anymore. Okay. Well. What we could do is set up a steam build here. This has ended up being a way bigger build than I expected. Okay, so that's the steam dealt with there. Let's clear these trees. Good. So then we can restamp this. And let's find one of our old steam-powered power stations. One of these. So that's 16, and we needed 20-something. Okay. So something like that. Obviously, we can make it shorter. Oh no, because that our numbers were for half a build, weren't they? All right. One of these needs 9,000 steam. One of these can make 3,000. So I need 3 of these for each one of these in very round figures. And I have 20 of these, so I need 60 of these. That's 32. So that's 64. Maybe that's about right. Okay, this is the fluid intake. Then we have the water that I'm just going to run in a bar. We have an offshore pump somewhere. Always hiding. Okay, so for the sake of lining things up, that's going to go there. Alright, so that's the water. Then the steam out is going to be done in the simplest way possible. I should probably be doing this with blueprints, but, you know, sue me. Alright. So that is the steam. Let's bridge it here, and then I'm going to bridge the top of the build for steam as well. Just, I don't totally trust the fluid mechanics in this game. Good. So I'm hoping this is enough steam. If it's not, we will have to find another way to get more steam in. This has turned into a way bigger project than I expected. I thought it would just be a question of slapping it down and job's good, but no. Okay. This is starting to build at least, so that's good. Okay, so then we need to decide what fuel to use, and I think... Can this burn crude? Yes, I'm pretty sure it can burn crude. Alright, so let's put a requester in. We're going to request crude oil. Whoops. Just because I know we have crude because we bring it in by truck. By train. Alright. So then I need... I need the extra tile. I did not see that coming. What's the best way to do this then. Okay. Oh, no, that's the water. Don't want water. Don't care about the water. I care about the fuel. Okay, so how do we get the fuel? Maybe I need the fuel out this side. Okay, so if I was to take this and shift it there. Then we can lose this and this. Okay, these pipes can move back one. And I can... bring the fuel out here. That still doesn't let me get the fuel here. Okay, can we move the whole of this down? We can. Okay, so let's do that. This would be so much easier to do in the sandbox. But at least we have fast bots. And then, how's our spider doing? Good, and I think we can do some of that stamping I was talking about. So straight rail, four-way crossing. The spider can walk around it. Good, and then we can stamp it down a second time. Whoops. What am I doing? And put down the rail. And I guess we could do the same for the station, but as I say, it doesn't really matter because the station doesn't have the same issue. All right. So then I want to take these back. Whoops, that. Take these back. I didn't think I'd be dealing with steam engines this late in the game. Okay, trim the steam. I don't know if it's better to do the water up here. Okay, so this is the fuel line. Okay. That's obviously not going downwards. And then I need to get the fuel line out this way somehow. So yes, I think... this should give us fuel. Okay, let's... Yes. Okay, this is running on residual water at the moment, which obviously is not ideal. But there we go. This thing is producing steam. Ah, we're waiting on a couple of loaders. Okay. And then why is this not working? Because we have no inserters. Okay. And we have no inserters because we have no blue engines, and we have no blue engines because we have no... steel mechanical parts? Well, that's just crazy. And this is our legacy steel build, but we should have some better steel builds. Oh, the steel just is that bad. Okay, that's a new one. Right, so we have we've done beacon ceramic, new steel build. That's just become the most important thing because that's what's bottlenecking engines. Everything seems to be bottlenecked at engines currently. Right, so what I can do just to make this work is I can put down fast inserters the right way around and mark them for upgrade, so when we do eventually get the blue loaders, it will all work. Now, even with this working really badly, we are still getting ceramic being made at a good rate. And we may... I don't know if we have... Okay, so the problem is getting the sand in. Yeah, it just doesn't get the sand in. So I don't know if the belt is too slow. Yeah, the belt is too slow. So I need to upgrade. I don't know how much I need to upgrade. Let's just do all of it. To there. And then I'll do the same on the other side. Has this helped? So this is now moving full speed. So yes, it is. This is going as fast as we can go. And these are outputting, and they're jammed for output. All right, I'm going to come back to this build offline, but we've basically made the build run, which is the important thing. I think if I upgrade all of this to purple belt, it will improve things. The other thing I might need to do is halfway down split off the... oh, they're all running now. Yeah, so it was a belt throughput problem. It's not running quite at full speed. This isn't quite getting the sand it needs, but we're not far off, are we? I'm going to call this build done. Obviously, we need to upgrade the other half of the belt here. Which makes it quite an expensive build, but, you know, never mind. And all of that needs to be purple. Okay, I'm going to leave it here. We have built a thing. It's not running at full speed. We are out of various components because our engines aren't running, but we're just going to carry on working through all the bottlenecks. So this should have fixed the bottleneck with making speed beacons, speed modules. We now need to work through all the bottlenecks with making the blue engines, but that's for next time. So thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe and tell your friends, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.